I've been teaching online since 1999, back in the days of dial-up. So I was very much on board with discussion board for, 25 years. This was a big move for me to say that I'm done with them. I think I held on to discussion board as a crutch for a long time. And it's not just an old fogey like me saying, oh, I've been doing this for, more than 2 decades. Researchers are finding that the social annotation really works so well, in part because the online discussion boards, as these researchers are saying here, non-substantive learner interaction, the dreaded threaded, right? Kind of unsatisfying to, I think, both students and to faculty as well. Became kind of rote and not so much discussion really happening. So we all know what this discussion board looks like. It looks like this, right? You post. I tend to post several questions and give students a chance to answer. And at this point, with Gen AI, the students are pretty easy to find answers to these questions. So indeed, doing away with discussion board was very important to me. I began to see much more liveliness in the area of the course where I had the social annotation. So what does it look like for those of you that maybe haven't used social annotation? You may be wondering what it looks like. And this is what it looks like. And this is, the student has highlighted the text and then written something here. And students can then respond, and then the student responded to this particular description. And then students can respond to one another. So I ask students to post throughout the text. The other thing I do is to pose questions. You can see that students can respond with images. They can link out to websites. It is a lot of fun to be able to put in video as well. And I think students respond to that. So here's an example of how you can annotate a YouTube video. The transcript is brought up here, and then students comment. I just wanted to say, if you Google discussion board, I mean, you get stuff like this. It is so funny if you go on Reddit even. I mean, it's just, I've found some really, really kind of amusing responses to discussion boards. So just to sum up, there's this direct engagement with the text, and it does become collaborative, because if I'm signing on, I see that somebody did this and they highlighted this, and I'm like, well, why? And then I'm reading what they say. Much more conversation. The discussion is just so much more dynamic. To me, if you're able to have that text up on the screen and then have the discussion, it just seems to be much more dynamic. So just to point out that there's more and more research about social annotation and the collaborative nature of it, as opposed to discussion board. I also want to say that using this not just in an async class, but using it as a way to get students into the text before you have a class meeting also seems to work well. Having them do the annotations before you meet as a class and do, in-person live discussion, it works really well. The students are much more engaged. I'm probably not going to be going back to discussion board anytime soon. For the most part, I mean, yeah, I've been sold on just totally social annotation.